The global landscape is shifting. A new bloc of nations is challenging the established order. This bloc, known as BRICS Plus, represents a growing force in the global south. BRICS Plus stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, plus other emerging economies. These nations are united by a common goal to create a more multipolar world. This means a world where power is more evenly distributed. This shift has significant implications for global trade, finance, and geopolitics. The collective economic power of BRICS Plus is undeniable. Their combined GDP now rivals that of the G7 nations. They are major players in key sectors, including energy, manufacturing, and agriculture. This new alliance has the potential to reshape the international order. The West can no longer afford to ignore the rise of BRICS Plus. For decades, the global South has been marginalized. They have been subject to the dictates of Western-led institutions. The rise of BRICS Plus marks a turning point. It signals an awakening of the global South. These nations are demanding a greater voice in international affairs. BRICS Plus is challenging the existing power structures and seeking to reform global governance. This includes institutions like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. BRICS Plus nations are promoting South-South cooperation. This newfound unity and assertiveness is transforming the geopolitical landscape. BRICS Plus is no longer content with being rule-takers. They are becoming rule-makers. Brewing change coffee production in the BRICS Plus landscape. Coffee, a beloved beverage worldwide, is at the heart of a global trade network. BRICS Plus nations are playing an increasingly important role in this network. Brazil, a BRICS member, is the world's largest coffee producer. Vietnam, a key BRICS Plus partner, is the second largest. This dominance in coffee production gives BRICS Plus nations significant leverage. They have the ability to influence global coffee prices. This influence is only set to grow as these nations expand their coffee cultivation. They are investing in new technologies and sustainable farming practices. The rise of BRICS Plus in the coffee sector is reshaping traditional supply chains. Western nations, once dominant in coffee consumption, are now more reliant on BRICS Plus producers. This shift in power dynamics has significant economic implications. Bean Belt power shift from Latin America to the East. For centuries, Latin America was synonymous with coffee production. However, the center of gravity in the coffee world is shifting. BRICS Plus nations, particularly those in Asia, are emerging as major coffee powerhouses. Vietnam's rise in the coffee sector is a prime example. The country has transformed itself from a marginal player to a global coffee giant. This shift can be attributed to several factors. These include favorable climate conditions, government support, and a focus on Robusta coffee, a variety that is in high demand. This eastward shift in coffee production is having a profound impact on global markets. It is also leading to new trade relationships and alliances. This shift highlights the changing dynamics of the global coffee industry. If you're enjoying this video, please consider giving it a like. Subscribe if you'd like to learn more about the rapidly changing global landscape. Currency wars. Challenging the dollar's dominance. The US dollar has long reigned supreme as the world's reserve currency. However, BRICS Plus nations are increasingly challenging this dominance. They are seeking to reduce their reliance on the dollar. They are promoting the use of local currencies in international trade. This move towards de-dollarization is driven by several factors. One is the desire to reduce exposure to fluctuations in the US dollar. Another is to enhance their own financial sovereignty. BRICS Plus nations are also seeking to create a more multipolar financial system. This challenge to the dollar's hegemony has significant geopolitical implications. It could lead to a more fragmented international monetary system. It also reflects the diminishing influence of the West in a multipolar world. Swap lines, BRICS Plus, forging financial independence. To further reduce their reliance on the US dollar, BRICS Plus nations are establishing currency swap lines. These agreements allow countries to trade in their own currencies. This bypasses the need for US dollars in bilateral transactions. These swap lines are a key tool for BRICS Plus nations to conduct trade and investment. They provide a safety net against currency volatility. They also reduce transaction costs and facilitate faster payments. The establishment of these swap lines is a significant step towards creating a more multipolar financial system. It demonstrates the commitment of BRICS Plus nations to reduce their dependence on the West. It also fosters greater financial cooperation and integration among developing countries. De-dollarization and its implications. The move towards de-dollarization, spearheaded by BRICS Plus, has far-reaching implications. It represents a fundamental shift in the global financial order. A world where the US dollar is no longer the sole dominant currency is on the horizon. This shift has the potential to reshape global trade patterns. It could lead to the emergence of new financial centers. It could also reduce the influence of US sanctions. These sanctions have long been a tool of US foreign policy. The de-dollarization trend is likely to continue. This is because BRICS Plus nations are gaining economic clout. Their commitment to creating a more multipolar world is unwavering. The West must adapt to this new reality. The price of change coffee costs in the Western world. The rise of BRICS Plus combined with the move towards de-dollarization has direct implications for consumers in the West. One of the most noticeable impacts could be on the price of coffee. As BRICS Plus nations conduct more trade in local currencies, the cost of importing coffee could rise. This is because Western nations will need to convert their currencies. They will face exchange rate fluctuations. This could lead to higher prices for consumers. While this price increase might seem insignificant on the surface, it represents a broader trend. The cost of goods and services from BRICS Plus nations could rise. This is a consequence of the shifting global economic order. Beyond the bean ripple effects on global trade and consumption, the impact of BRICS Plus extends far beyond the coffee industry. It has the potential to disrupt global trade patterns across numerous sectors. As BRICS Plus nations flex their economic muscle, they are seeking greater control over their resources and supply chains. This could lead to a shift away from the traditional model of globalization. This model has been dominated by Western corporations. BRICS Plus nations are promoting South-South trade. They are forming new partnerships that benefit developing countries. This shift in global trade dynamics will have a profound impact on consumers worldwide. It could lead to greater competition, potentially lowering prices for some goods. It could also lead to greater diversity in the marketplace. Adapting to the new reality. The West's response to BRICS. Plus, the rise of BRICS Plus presents both challenges and opportunities for the West. Ignoring this new reality is not an option. Western nations must adapt to the changing global landscape. They must engage with BRICS Plus nations in a meaningful and constructive way. One approach is to strengthen economic ties with BRICS Plus nations. This includes promoting trade and investment. It also involves fostering greater cooperation in areas of mutual interest. These areas include climate change and sustainable development. Another approach is to reform global governance institutions. These institutions should be more representative of the current global order. This would give BRICS Plus nations a greater voice in shaping global rules and norms. The future of coffee navigating uncertainty in a multipolar world. The future of coffee, like many commodities, is intertwined with the evolving relationship between the West and BRICS Plus. As BRICS Plus continues to gain influence, the dynamics of the global coffee industry are likely to undergo further transformation. One possibility is that coffee prices could become more volatile. This is due to shifts in currency valuations and trade flows. This volatility could create challenges for both producers and consumers. It underscores the need for greater price stability mechanisms in the coffee market. Another possibility is that new trade routes and partnerships will emerge in the coffee sector. This could lead to greater diversification of coffee sources. It could also create new opportunities for coffee-producing nations, particularly those within the BRICS Plus bloc.